Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to invite everyone who is here with us in the sanctuary to find a seat. Those who are joining us from afar, you can also find a special place for the tefillah tonight. And it is so nice to be back in this space. I have been away for quite a few weeks. I got to spend Shabbat in California with our teens. I was away with family simcha. And then last week in DC with our 7th and 8th graders, and I feel like I'm home again. It's really, actually, I'm very overwhelmed by the emotion, and I dreamed of being back here. Being in other communities is an incredibly special experience, and there's nothing like being home and being in your spiritual home. So an invitation for all of us. Doesn't matter if you're in the space, but you are home, and we are home, we are here together, and we are blessed to be together on this Shabbat. And we'll begin on page 10 or page 252 with Higalena, the final paragraph of Yedid Nefesh.
I want to say just that this melody is from Ukraine. It's from the Hasidic community and the tradition of bells. We're going to sing tonight a few melodies of Jews and Jewish communities of Ukraine as we stand tonight in solidarity with the people of Ukraine. Those who are there, those who have left, the refugees among them, many members of the Jewish community who are still there, and those who have left as well. We are with them in mind and in heart, in spirit, on this Shabbat.
Amen. And we continue on page 11 or on page 254 with a Funeranana.
Kadma
לייבש את ידיו יצאו אל תקשו לבבכם כמסורים עשרה מדבר אשר עשו לי אבותיהם
40 שנה
40 שנה
אקוד בדור בעומם טועה לבבם והם לא יעזרו דרכם אשר נשבעתי באבי אם יבואו נא מנוחתי
שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו ספרו בגויים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד נורא הוא על כל אלוהים כל אלוהים העמים אלילים באדוני שמיים עשה עוד להדר לפניו עוז ותפארת במקדשו אדוני משפחות תמיד אבל אדוני כבוד ועוז אדוני כבוד שמו זהו מלכהו והולך עצותיו אדוני בהדר קודש חילו מפניו כל הארץ לו הגויים אדוני מענו כל תבל תימות דינמים במישרים נשמח בשמיים ותגל הארץ ירמיה ולא יענו שדי בכל אשר בו אז ירננו כל הצייר לפני אדוני קיבה לשפוט הארץ ישפוט תבל וצל ועמים ודלתו יבושו כל עובדי חסד המתעלים באלילים ישתחוו לכל דוד שבת ישמח. משפטיך
מיד רשעים יצילם אור זרו על הצדיק ולשרי לב שמחה שמחו צדיקים באדוני והודו לזכר קודשו
מזמור שיר שלום ותעשר הודיע אדוני ישועתו לעיני הגויים בגלל צדקתו הריעו לנו מכל הארץ ביצוע לנו וזמר וזמר למחמנון ירם היפנו תבל ויושב אבן נערות נמחאו כף יחד הרים ירננו
משה ואהרון וכהניו ושמואל וקורא שמו קוראים אל אדוני והוא יענה
בעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם שמרו עדותיו חוק נתן למו
אדוני אלוהינו אתה ענית ונושאת להם ונקם על עלילותם
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
We invite you to rise in body or in spirit, page 21 or page 260.
מזמור לדוד הבו לאדוני בן אלים הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו השתחוו לאדוני בהר הקודש כל אדוני המים מהכבוד הרים אדוני על מים רבים כל אדוני בר כוח כל אדוני בהדר כל אדוני שובר ארזים וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וציון כמו ברבים כל אדוני חוזר לבוטש כל אדוני יחיל מדבר יחיל המים
Shabbat Shalom, you may be seated.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We start reading the new book of Vayikra this week, and Vayikra, we're settled and we have our Mishkan, and we start to learn about all of our sacrifices, and we get lists and names of different types of sacrifices that were given as a way of building a relationship with God, of atoning for sins. And one of the offerings that we learn about in Vayikra is the Korban Chatat, which is specifically the sin offering. And there was a special Korban Chatat, a special sin offering that was told, Moshe was told that the Kohanim, the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, had to bring a specific type of sin offering. They have a different kind of sin offering that they would bring. And the verse goes on to tell us, and I want you to listen carefully because it doesn't end the way I was expecting it to, and I wonder if you'll have the same experience. So it tells us, Im HaKohen HaMashiach, if it is that the Kohen Gadol who sins, if he's the one who sins, Yechata LaShamat Ha'am. So the blame falls upon Ha'am, the people. So if it's the Kohen Gadol who sins, the blame falls upon the people of Israel. And so you may be thinking and wondering, the same question as I was reading through this, is that you would expect for this to continue and say, if the sin is done by the Kohen Gadol, then the Kohen Gadol is the one who takes all of the blame for that sin. And the Midrash in Vayikra Rabbah answers this with a story, which some may be familiar with, and it is such a powerful image. And I had heard this story before, but I'd never realized that it was actually in the context of this teaching, of this idea. And so Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai taught in Vayikra Rabbah in this Midrash that there were a group of people who were on a boat. And one of them decided to take a drill and started drilling underneath his seat. The others on the boat said exactly what you would probably say if someone you were on a boat with started drilling under their seat. They said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And the person replied, "Why do you care? Am I not drilling underneath my own seat?" And the people on the boat replied, "But the water will rise, and the flood will take over all of us." I don't need to tell you to look around at what's happening. I don't need to tell you that we are all on the same boat. We're all on the boat together. We look around us and we see war. We see refugee crises, one building upon the next, upon the next. Not only those leaving Ukraine, but those who fled Afghanistan earlier on in this year, and that's only just to name a couple. And then I can say thank God that we're slowly emerging again out of 2 years of uncertainty and this pandemic, but we're still in it. And we look around and we're seeing an earth that continues to flood and burn right before our eyes, and even winter and summer days that feel like they're mixing together in a really strange way. We're on the boat. We're on it. And we're sinking on this boat together. But it's up to us to recognize that we are responsible for one another. That in so many ways, we are both the people on the boat, and we're also, unfortunately and embarrassingly enough, the one drilling the hole. We are all one. How can we each stop drilling? What can we give up in order to help others who are in need? In order to recognize that we are in fact all one, and to really live our lives as if we are passengers on this boat together. The oneness and unity, as I've taught before, is the mystical energy that we step into on Shabbat, and specifically right now on Friday night. We're in it. Look around. Feel it. Kabbalat Shabbat leads us into Ma'ariv, which is the moment that we are reminded of being one with each other and one with the divine. As the beautiful piyut of Kol Biruei, a piyut by the 11th century poet and philosopher Shlomo ibn Gabriel, one in which we've started singing sometimes here in the sanctuary on Shabbat, and I know Roly has sung with a group of people for years. The chorus of that piyut keeps going back and saying, Kol Biruei Mala Umata, all creatures above and below, Yi'idun, Yagidun, Kulam Ke'echad. We testify and proclaim as one. Adonai Echad, Ushemo Echad. God is one, and God's name is one. As we turn to Lecha Dodi on page 23, and we welcome in this energy of Shabbat, let us begin to step into this oneness, to let our voices from near and from far become one. One song, one prayer, one beat, one heart that carries us through the next 25 hours of Shabbat together. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 23.
Kumitze
Seated. Continue on page 27 or page 266 with the psalm for the day. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, picking up just a few lines down.
להגיד ישר צורי ולא עוולת בו אדוני מלך Before we turn to Varchu, we're going to sing one more nigun from Ukraine. This is Rabbi Levi Tzchak of Berdichev nigun, sang for many generations and emanating from Ukraine, and then now in turmoil and devastation, suffering war crimes. We pray for all of them, for all our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, that there may be peace soon. Baruch Hu. Page 39a or page 279 in Sim Shalom.
You
may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv alalim chokma v'tachshav ומעביר יום ומביא לילה מבדיל בין יום ולילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים page 40 אהבת עולם ותסלם ונשמח בדברי תלמודך
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ונגע יומם ולילה ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך והיה שם תשמע אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו כי הוא הנצלתו המשלם גימול לכל אויבי נפשנו העושה גדולות ויוציא את עמו ישראל מתוך מלכות עולם. Continue at the top of page 44 or page 290 in Sim Shalom.
ידע אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו וחיים שבת שלום. תסתירנו כל שומרנו מצילנו
עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועל ירושלים.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Facing the east towards Yerushalayim, spend a few moments of quiet prayer. The formal words of the Amidah begin on page 47 or page 296. Standing for Vaychulu, page 53 or page 314.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאה, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי כל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון קונה שמיים וארץ.
מגן אבות בדברו, חיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש אין כמוהו.
המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם.
לפניו נעבוד ביראה בפחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד.
נאון הברכות, אלוהות אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ערך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצנה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, שים חלקנו בתורתך, שבנו מטובח, ושמח נפשנו בשורתך, ותאר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, וינחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה כל ישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. קדיש עליהם.
יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה, ויעלמה דברה כאילו תבמליק מלכות תבך יכונו במכונו בכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
אמן. יש מרמה ברח וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו נלמד כל ברכתה שינתה תושבחתה ונחמתה נמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
אמן. יש למה רבה משמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
Amen. And now we have the honor to call Liza Gerstein to come up for Kiddush, to lead us in Kiddush on page 55 or page 318 in Sim Shalom, as she celebrates her bat mitzvah, becoming a bat mitzvah. Tomorrow morning she will be called up to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. We have seen her grow up and grow up, and she's not done yet, but she's a bat mitzvah now. Page 55, Kiddush.
Shabbat kodesh be'ahava u'ratzon hinchi lanu zikaron le'maaseh bereshit ki'u yom
תחילה ומקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת
ואותנו קידשת
כל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה ורצון הנחלתנו.
ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim. I heard the voice of children before.
I also did.
Yeah, they also did?
I think so. I hope
We
they're
have some
still
children here,
for
don't we?
blessings.
We invite them to come up for a blessing if they're still here. Are they here?
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
אמן. שבת שלום. Page 56, עלינו 320. שים שלום. עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה יוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמה כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמה
וגורל עלינו ככל המונם, אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא
על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות בנה בתפארת עוזה להביא כבני מינציה להפנות אליך כל ראשי הארץ יכירו את כל יושבי תבל כליך תכלל
ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ
ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Those who are in mourning and those who mark a yahrzeit are invited to remain standing for Kaddish on page 58 or page 324 in Sim Shalom, as well as those who are joining us on Zoom now and are saying Kaddish are now invited to unmute. יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה כרותה וימליך מלכותה חייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי נקודשם בריחו לעילם מן כל ברכתה שירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה לאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום על כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. May be seated. We mourn this Shabbat, the death of a very, very wonderful member of our community, Barbara Schwemer. She was a member for many, many years here, decades. And she was an incredible presence in our community, studying Torah and volunteering, reading Torah. She never missed an opportunity to step up. She always had a smile and incredible joy, even when she was feeling not so well. She would come to classes, even at the end of her life, in an incredible effort to be present and to participate and to continue embracing Torah and community. So she's going to be greatly missed by so many of us. Barbara was a sweet, wonderful, wonderful part of our community. We extend condolences to her children, Eric Schwemer and Alice Goresman, and Gwen Schwemer and Ian Desberg, and her grandchildren, Jesse, Ethan, and Ruby, and their entire family. We also extend condolences to Doug and Sandy Davidson on the death of Doug's sister, Stacy Davidson, and their entire family, and to Lois Dubin and Benjamin Browdy on the death of Lois' sister, Esther Ann Dubin. We say a big Mazal Tov to Liza, and her parents and her sister and their entire family. Many of them are here. More will be coming tomorrow as she will be called up to the Torah tomorrow as a bat mitzvah. We also say Mazal Tov to Rabbi Joel and Sandy Sofin on the birth of their granddaughter, Magnolia Bryn Sofin. We invite everybody to come tomorrow morning at 9:30 and join us for Shabbat services. People can join also on Zoom, those who are members, or join our live stream. Tomorrow we have also Kulano in person in the chapel at 10:30. At 11 we have early childhood families in person. And then in the afternoon we have at 5 the 4th and 5th grade cohort enrolling. And then we are going to hopefully take advantage of a beautiful and long Shabbat. Next Shabbat will be longer, but this Shabbat, Shabbat ends at 6:40. We'll gather for Arvit and Havdalah at 6:50 on Zoom tomorrow evening. Since we're talking about Shabbat, you know that we are going to move the clock forward tomorrow night, Sunday. Please, if you're going to the Minyan, don't forget to put the clock an hour ahead. 9:30 Minyan. And after the Minyan, we have a great opportunity to learn with a great scholar from Israel, Tamar Biala. And she will be presenting, and Yael Kanarg, they're going to present their regendered version of the book of Esther. It's called Megillat Mordechai. All the characters are flipped. Males become females, females become males, so you have to Queen Achashveroshi and Hamana against Mordechai and Esther. And the hero is Mordechai. So that will be following Minyan this Shabbat morning at 10:30. You can access through the BJ website. On Sunday evening, Zusammen, singing together with the Jews of Ukraine. The JDC is organizing a virtual concert to benefit their humanitarian aid to Jews remaining in Ukraine and the thousands of refugees who have fled to neighboring countries. We've seen them on TV. The concert will also feature our own Deborah Sachs-Mintz, and the information after Shabbat, go to jdc.org and you'll find the information. It will be at 8 p.m. on Sunday. We have on Wednesday, Erev Purim. Before Erev Purim, Tanit Esther, the fast of Esther, is on Wednesday. And many of us are going to be gathering following the initiative of Rabbi Avi Weiss, who has been a spiritual activist for many, many years, and is calling us, and many rabbis have already signed on, to go to the U.S. mission at the UN on Wednesday to petition our government for increased military aid to Ukraine so that they can defend themselves. It's not talking about, we're not asking for U.S. boots on the ground, we're not asking to terminate the no-flying zone, but we are asking for everything we can send so that the people of Ukraine can defend themselves in large quantities now. And we're also asking for our country to open our borders to Ukrainian refugees, particularly those who have family members here, for family reunification. That will be on Wednesday morning at 10 at the UN, at the U.S. mission at the UN. In the evening, we will celebrate Purim. We have early childhood Purim celebration, a Megillah reading, short, family-friendly Megillah reading beginning at 5:15. At 6:15, there will be the Purim Spiel. The BJ Theater Company performs Wicked. It will be available in person for those who wish to come, as well as virtual. And also the early childhood will be available virtual. That will be at 6:15. And it will be performed by kindergarten children to 8th grade. And you can come and enjoy. At 7:15 will be the community Megillah reading, full reading of the Megillah, and Purim Cabaret. And Ari has been working to prepare song parodies written and performed by BJ community members. And that will be at 7:15. On Thursday, there will be Shacharit, the Megillah reading at Shacharit at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then hopefully everybody will have a joyful day. We have to balance the heartbreak and the joy. It's hard. It's really hard. But that's what these times call for. Just a reminder that now evening services will include Mincha. Every evening at 6:30 will be Mincha, and then Arvit,
Starting on Sunday.
and next beginning on Sunday. And then next Friday night we will gather at 6:30, not 6:15, but 6:30, for the duration of the spring and the summer and the beginning of the fall until after the Chagim. 6:30 Kabbalat Shabbat every Friday evening here or virtually as well. Just a word about our updated mask policy, given where we are now, and hopefully it will continue. The trends of contagion will go down, and they're now pretty low, so it's really good news. So, in consultation with our COVID-19 re-entry task force, which has the advice of public health and medical experts, our community, our leadership has decided that Shabbat after Purim, next Shabbat, we will become a mask-optional community, including Shabbat, and of course everybody is still required to be vaccinated and boosted, and for those who are eligible, children are not eligible yet, they will have to keep their masks on, the little ones. But everybody else will be able to have masks off. Now we know that some people still feel a little anxious, and we know that there are people in our community who are immunocompromised, who for all sorts of reasons they need and they wish to keep their masks on. So we are one community, and we are going to make sure that everybody who needs to have a mask on will be welcome, will not be judged. Those who remove will not be judged. Those who keep their mask on will not be judged. And that we will be there for one another, as we transition, hopefully, into a time of full health. But it's a time of transition, so we hope to see the faces of one another, and we all know that many people are also to continue to join us, and they're welcome to continue to join us on Zoom and live stream. We see their faces in Minyan, and we see their faces in classes and other programs, but we want to continue to create a big community spread out, but one community of love, of connection, and of safety. And so we all will honor each other's decisions and protect each other as we must as one community. It's not what I need. It's not what I decide to do for myself. It's what we do for each other and with each other, and to keep each other safe. So on Purim, you're welcome to wear a different mask, or to, or to just make a drawing on your mask. And so, okay, now we're going to conclude with Shalom Aleichem, page 73 in Lev Shalem, 722 in Sim Shalom. To enlighten all the leaders of this world, so that together the leaders of this world and all the people of goodwill will help bring this carnage in Ukraine to a stop, that the war will stop, devastation, destruction will stop, and the people will be able to come back home safely and in peace. Adonai Oz לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמיו בשלום. אמן. שבת שלום.
Shabbat Shalom.